Back in the shop with the restoration videos on the CJ3B. If you've watched some of my other videos, if you look back at the first run video of this Jeep, you'll see that it didn't have the windshield on. I hadn't got it completed, but then in one of my latest videos, the adventures in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you'll see the windshield was on. So I just thought I'd show you a little bit on getting the wiper in, getting the seal and the glass put back in, a little bit of information on the hinge brackets, and just a little bit of in general stuff. So here goes. Move your glass. Here's where the seam is on this particular CJ3B. So just follow it around. I already know where it is, so I'm going a little fast, but you're gonna see a little spot like that. And that is where the two are joined together. So we're gonna pull this one out first, and that's gonna help get the glass out. We're just gonna get this end started. There it goes, come on. And a little soapy water actually helps too. Now this might be brittle and start breaking. Well, so far it's pretty good. I'll show you how to put that back in. There's a special tool for that. Okay. I like to just go around and kind of make sure it's all free all the way around. Now this glass is broken, so it's not going to be the end of the world if it breaks. But there, feels like it's pretty good. Like I said, this one's already broken, so I'm not really real concerned with it. If I was, I would put some carbon forward, pull it out so it just comes out that little bit. And there it is. It's out. And now we can pull our seal the rest of the way. There it is. That seal is actually in not too bad a shape. Okay, you can see here that it's in right along here. So I'm pushing this bottom lip up. I'm using a steel tool, which is never a good idea with glass. So hopefully you won't see me smash it. So I'm grabbing the seal from underneath, pushing it until it's just kind of standing up and it catches on the lip of the glass. So I'm just putting a little bit of down pressure, trying to pull this lip up a little bit. Once it starts to go, it seems to be going pretty good. Now is when we take this piece and work it all the way around. So, there's a special tool for this. I have one, but I cannot find it. So let's see if we can break something. Okay guys, made my own piece of copper tubing, 1/2 inch, cut a little notch out, pretty much hold it right up, straight up and down. And, oh, I was getting ahead of myself a little bit too much there. We'll just push it in. It's not too bad. You do have to go back and kind of get it a little bit here and there, but overall, since I couldn't find the right tool, I made one. And would I recommend it? The tool, from what I remember, was really cheap. So no, I don't recommend building one like this. But if you have to, you have to. So carrying on. Oh, it popped out. Well, there, you get a little better look at it. This is just full-on ugly tool right here. Okay, there we go again. Takes a lot of pressure on the old thumb. But as you can see, it's working pretty decent. About 45 days, I'll have this in. It's a lot like work. Fellas, it's a lot like work. All right, I am back to the beginning. So I'm just gonna try to cut this. Get this last little bit pushed in. Maybe cut it again. Yep, just a little too long. All right, guys, here we go. It is in. After that struggle, the glass is in and the seal looks pretty nice. So the next thing is to put the seal on the bottom, which is right there. Just gonna flip it over so I can get to the screw holes. If I get that on, I put my brackets on, and then the windshield is done. So when I started working on this little Jeep, the windshield frame brackets were missing. And so I went to my other 3B, my little parts 3B, and grabbed these. Well, this one got pretty bent up in the process. It did not want to come off, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to show you what I ended up doing. So I got online and went to one of the, Jeep guy catalogs, and they had these brackets, which are for CJ2s, 3s. It had a huge range that they would fit on. And so I ordered them. And they did not seem right when I first got them. And looking at now, you can see how much, hopefully you can see how much the windshield is sitting back over. It's at least a ½ an inch back over the cowl. And that's what I was afraid of when I seen the brackets right away. Here's the original brackets. I'll get it down here maybe where you can see. So there's the original brackets. You can see that they, if I lined them up with the bolt holes, move that bolt ahead almost a full inch. So don't accidentally get these, because it says in the catalogs that they'll fit, but look at these. They're totally different. And so just a little a lesson that I learned. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these all straightened out. All right, guys, here is what the original 3B brackets look like, and you can see how much they move the windshield frame forward, or at least the pivot point. So if you are doing a CJ3B, make sure you keep track of those brackets, because I did not find any aftermarket ones for sale for this. All right, here is the wiper that is on the CJ3B. I took the Trico off. This is a 12 volt, one of the replacement electric ones. So it comes with the arm, the wiper, everything that you see. It does take a little bit of fabrication or cutting and trimming to get it to this point. So I'll show you how I did that. Make a mark, cut the outer threaded section off. That's gonna bring it in. Okay guys, so you see I made my little mark. I actually decided to just step it back just a little bit. So I put the nut back on and just taking the old hacksaw here and just working my way around it slowly. I was gonna go with the pipe cutter, and that made me a little nervous. It's best to do these things right on the hood of your Jeep. That way you can ruin everything that you've worked hard at. Here we go, okay. Just cut the outer, don't cut the inner. Wallace, he talks about it a little bit, but pretty much just take your time, go around it. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing nothing. So hopefully, let's see, here's my camera, right there, okay. Hopefully you can see that is slowly starting to get cut through. And it's kind of like almost seems like it's brass, this little piece. You know what, now I think I've got enough of that cut. I might try doing the tubing cutter like I said on it. Just a minute, let's try it. Back, okay. So, put it right in the groove. Now what I was gonna say before I started getting myself all scared was that it might end up kind of crimping the end. You know how a tubing cutter folds it in? So that could be a bad move. Hopefully I'm not munging the threads all up. Didn't think about that. Let's see how far we are here. Yeah, the threads are getting just rolled over a little bit, so I think I'm gonna stop because I don't want to wreck them. And if it is brass, it not gonna take a lot. It's got to be pretty close though. If you can look, you can see it's very thin. So I'm gonna just put my vice grips on it and see if it spins. All right, here we go. There, okay, that did work. Just took it just before it was off, and it seems to be okay. It looks pretty tight on the shaft though, so I'll see whether or not it spins. I'll put some juice to it. All right, so that's not the way to do it. It does end up rolling that in and making it very snug on the shaft, and then it doesn't allow the shaft to turn. So now I have to go around and file that down until I get into some decent material. So don't do that. Okay, so once the shaft is all trimmed down and you got good movement on it, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure this is the progression of the gaskets so that it seals on the windshield. So you'll see that one's got a little groove in it, so put that one back all the way tight. Then you're going to slide it through the windshield. You're going to put on the next one with the little chrome piece over it, the nut, and then the other little seal, and then finally the wiper arm. So let's do that. Punch that through. Now there's also this little screw that I didn't tell you about. That is not included in the kit. You're gonna have to find that yourself. So now back to the parts that are included. So you put your next washer on, your little chrome grommet, cap, whatever you want to call it. Thread your nut on. They don't give you a locking nut or anything on that, so it's a 14 millimeter. So just snug it up. Just go until I feel it kind of squishing that out a little bit. That's good. Now our little seal, so that water, in theory, doesn't go into the shaft. And then your wiper arm. Now we're gonna have to make sure that the motor is cycled so that the wiper arm does its thing. So let's make sure that the motor is in a position where this is gonna be all right. Okay, hopefully you can see my little line that I just put on there with a Sharpie. So I am not quite where it needs to be as far as the wiper arm, but at least it gives me an idea of where it stops. So that should be probably all the way over to this side. Let's tighten it up. So we've got it snug, not super tight. Let's see what it does. Well, that looks pretty good to me. We're gonna call this job done. All right, as you can see, the Jeep has gotten out and gotten a little bit of use, and everything has worked really well so far. Getting ready to put a top on it. This is just a little homemade top that we made for another CJ3B a while back. So just getting this one set for it. Thanks for watching the videos, guys. I hope you're enjoying the series on this little Jeep. It's been a lot of fun putting them on.